Hello, hi everyone. This is Arvind here. So let's look at the market view and trade setup for the first week of February 2021. Okay, so before we start, we'll look at the what happened for the last week of January. January expiry was totally weak, right? So let's look at the weekly chart of Nifty before we proceed. Okay, so there is a big red candle here, which has taken out the gains for almost 4 to 5 weeks, right? So we had a fall from 14, say around here 14,700 to 13,650, almost 1,000 point decline in just 1 week's time, right? So this is definitely a correction within a bull market, but this correction is not a small one because it is almost like 9-10% fall in a matter of 1 week, right? So definitely, this fall is not going to stop here. There is a very high chance that we will continue to fall uh, further, right? So let's look at the trade setup, the daily chart. So with continued weakness, because see, once Nifty broke this 50 DMA, which is around 13,745, the fall got aggravated, right? Right now, the support is at 13,600, and I think there is a very high chance we will break that and test lower levels. So what levels are we looking at? 13,470 and 13,300 are next to support zones, crucial supports. There's the possibility that we may test it, right? But given the nature of fall, the Nifty is going outside the Bollinger Band, and it's clearly an oversold region. Usually, you know, price action tends to reverse from here, and there could be minor pullback. Right? That's what we saw on Friday. We opened with a gap up, but the sell-off is really huge, very strong in nature. FIS are selling huge volume, so this fall is, I don't think it's going to stop somewhere here, right? So it may get stretched further, right? So these two are the levels we're looking at, and let's look at the Nifty Bank also, where we had it. In fact, Nifty Bank is actually better placed than Nifty. It's formed a spinning top, and it's actually close in the positive. So there is a big divergence between Nifty and Bank Nifty. Nifty is looking really weak. Bank Nifty is somewhat able to uh, pull back, mainly because of positivity in ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, IndusInd Bank. These stocks are keeping the market. Even SBI, PSU banks were doing well on Friday. So as of now, there is no major weakness. But in terms of price action, if it breaks 30,000, which is a crucial support, and also a round number, I think it will head towards 29,800. That is the next support zone. If that is breached, there is a very high chance we will test 28,900. That is the major support zone here. There's a gap here which may get filled. So that is a possibility. So Bank Nifty is holding uh, onto a little bit of gains as of now, but it may start to give up the gains because it's close below 50 moving average. So that's also indicating some kind of weakness there, right? Even though it's not very strong. So that is on Bank Nifty. So these are the levels of we're looking at, right? So let's look at the global markets and also the FI data. You can see almost 6,000 crores. This is a really huge sell-off in cash market, right? So this is even though DIS are buying, obviously this there is no match for this, right? So this kind of volume of selling is definitely giving a lot of warning signs. So let's be cautious. So in terms of dollar index, nothing much to worry about here. It's kind of flat. 91 is a strong supply zone, so nothing much to worry here. So I'll probably look at the US market. See, in terms of weekly chart of Dow Jones, you can see almost same like Nifty. It's taken out 4 to 5 weeks of gains in 1 week, right? And it's looking headed to the 20-week moving average, which is around 29,268. That's exactly where it's placed. Right? So there's a possibility it may test. Let's look at the daily chart. So it is also breached the 50 DMA, which is some idea. So US markets are looking weak, and this kind of sell-off is mainly because it could also be because of this issue with GameStop that's going on. Markets are nervous because of that. So in terms of weakness, it could even drag towards another 1,000 point in terms of decline. at least 800 point decline can be expected. So it looks weak here. Even S&P 500, you can see it is also formed a bearish candle here. Look at the daily chart also, you can see it looks weak, right? And it is closed at 50 DMA. So at anytime it may even open gap down and it may start seeing further downside. So global sell-off is going on. So there is a lot of negativity going on, and also with budget on Monday, Feb 1st, markets can get very volatile. So simply put, most safe traders and beginners, I recommend you to not to trade on Monday. Probably wait for this event to get over, let the market stabilize, and you can start planning. So SGX Nifty, you can see here it is close around 13,679, and Nifty premium is around 70-80 points. So there is a chance we may open flat, or a little bit of weakness could be there because US markets close negative. So probably we'll open around 13 500 to 600, that kind of a range, right? So at most we will open flat around 13,600, where the lows of Friday, right? That is a possibility, right? So there's definitely no positivity here. So ideally, you should stay on the short side. So any kind of rallies, what are the resistance levels? Look at Bank Nifty resistance is around 31,500. For any uptrend to continue, I would look for a close above 31,500, at least 31,300. This line here. If it's closing above, maybe we can uh, start covering our shorts and see if it sustains above this. And above 31,500 is a good. It could indicate signs of trend reversal on the upside. So let's look at Nifty. You can see here uh, it has got a very strong supply at 13,950. So as long as it stays below this, I will try to sell the rallies, right? So if it goes and closes above this, that could indicate this strength on the upside. And again, 14,237, that is the next supply zone. And the 20 DMA is around 14,265. So this is going to be a very strong supply in Nifty. So for any kind of positional uptrend, I think it has to close about 20 DMA. That means we can retest 14,740, but that looks a little unlikely as of now, because this kind of weakness may not uh, end here. It may continue, it may consolidate, or it may fall more. So I don't see much recovery. Even if there's a recovery, it may get sold, right? So let's look at some of the trades which we took on Friday, Thursday, Friday. So this is a Telegram group. So this is on 28th January. So you can see I gave a call option of 14,000 call for 4th February. Let's look at the chart. You can see intraday chart of Nifty. This is on 28th here. So Nifty was kind of bottoming out at around 13,750. It's acting as a support zone, and we got this gap up the next day morning, right? And we booked profits here. And Hero Moto also was very good rally on Friday. So at market open on Friday, you can see uh, this 130 to 198 it went. We can look profit. RBL was giving a good trend reversal. We took a long position in this, but it didn't work out. Maruti was a good trade. You can see 7600 P Feb expiry. You can see actually Maruti chart. You might have noticed the way it fell. This was a good support zone in Maruti. This is around 7,550, 7,600 zone. This is a very strong support. The one this got broken. So in fact, we had two opportunities. One point we could have shorted here, just below 20 DMA. But this was because of the results, it kind of uh, fell here. So we waited for this to get taken out. We opened the gap up, but the way it fell, you can see, I'll show you the intraday chart. It had a steep fall, and this is where we took some put options here, and it worked beautifully. And you can see here, this is the options chart. So from 345 it went to 410, and it went to almost 500. That was the kind of move we got. And Hero Moto, it worked pretty well. Bank Nifty, we took a put option. This is a 10 o'clock. Let's look at Bank Nifty chart. I'll tell you why we took a put option. So this was on Friday. You can see here. It opened with a gap up, but the first candle itself was bearish, and the next candle also was not able to sustain that. So somewhere here, around 10 o'clock, we took a short position, right? and then that was what strike price 30,300 put option took at 530, and I think it gave a good move at 1024. It went to 605, 75 points rally, and this was the fall that we got, right? So from here, almost 250 points decline. So we booked out some profit. I think it went up higher for uh, Mac Nifty. It went. I'm not sure where it went. I think they booked out here something. It went to 65. So sorry, 650 something. 665. Yeah. Okay. So then Maruti, I spoke about that. This is the chart I shared. So then we took a Nifty put option. This worked beautifully, and I said buy a 11th February 13,500 put option can buy and hold for positional trade. Okay, so we look at 1140 Nifty. Let's look at Nifty chart. This is more interesting because the way Nifty fell uh, from here. See, you can see this is the trend line. Maybe I can try to draw it for you, right? So this is the trend line. Maybe in a 5 minutes chart, you can see it better. Yeah, this is the trend line. So every time Nifty went to that kind of a zone, you can see here and here, all this is indicating a sell-on rally. Right? This took out that one, but overall positionally, Nifty looked weak. Right? So this kind of rally should again be used to sell on. Right? So we took a short position somewhere here, and we were holding on to it. So this kind of rallies we didn't exit because it is a positional call, and this was the move that we got from 13,850 to 13,600. Okay, so more than 250 point fall in Nifty in intraday within a span of half an hour, right? Something which is a little rare, but I think this trade worked beautifully for us from 145. We did an OTM call just to be on the safer side, and 145 went to 200, 210, I think, right? So HUL is also was weak, but we didn't wait for that. So it was not showing momentum in the downside. And RBL bond, I told you it didn't work out, so we stopped out. SBI card, we've taken a long position. So this was the, in fact, I gave a caution here at 130. Nifty is clearly on a sell-on rally, and you can see every rest of trend line 5 minutes chart is the price rejection, right? So once is breach, this we can expect more fall. That's what exactly happened. 13,750 got taken out. You can see here. Once that is taken out, this is the kind of bar that we got, right? This is where it should go short, and that worked in our favor, right? So that was my post in the group. You can see that's where the way I've explained this kind of sell-on rally. So that's the kind of analysis that you should be doing. And that's it. I said cover your short positions intraday 312, uh, and from there you can see Nifty actually recovered. You can see 70-point recovery. So this is where we covered a short position 13,600. So if at all we open flat, or even if we open gap up, or maybe somewhere here, I think we can definitely initiate uh, further short position either below 13,600, or if it's coming to 13,750, that will be another zone where it can go short. So important to know where to initiate. Because the trend is clearly on the downside, you have to sell, but you need to be sure where to sell and where to exit, right? So that's about our trades we took. So this is our Telegram group. If you like to subscribe to our services, you can also check out my description. I'll post the link in the description, and also subscribe to our online courses. If you like to learn to trade independently, you're most welcome to join our coaching programs. All right. So thanks a lot for staying with me, and stay connected. I'll see you next week. Take care and bye.